Hello and welcome to Maths with Jacob. This lesson will focus on comparing capacity. The idea behind this video is similar to the idea used in the last video. We will use informal units to compare the capacities of different containers. Remember, capacity deals with the amount of liquid a container can hold. The green garbage bin needs to be filled with water. Circle the most suitable object that could be used to perform this task. So we have the spoon, the glass, or this red bucket. Obviously they're a little bit small, so that task would take a little bit too long using either of those two. So this one here, I think you'd agree, is the most suitable. The metal can needs to be filled with water. Circle the most suitable object that could be used to perform this task. So we need to put water in this can. This is clearly unsuitable. It's just too large. You would never use that. This one's a little bit too small. That one looks like a pretty good size there. Using informal units to compare capacity. Informal units can be used to compare the capacity of two objects. So here we have a metal bucket and a plastic bucket. The two buckets to the left appear to hold the same amount of water. We can do the following to find out which one holds more. Fill up the jug to the left and pour it into the red bucket. So you fill this jug up here and you pour it into the red bucket. Keep doing this until the red bucket is full. Keep count of the number of whole jugs and the approximate fraction of a jug it took to fill the red bucket. So for example, if you keep doing that and then you fill the red bucket, it might take 3 of these jugs. It could take, say, 3.5 or 3.25. Just estimate how many jugs it will take. Now repeat the process for the metal bucket. Make a decision as to which bucket has the larger capacity. Of course, the amount may be so close that you may decide to say that the two buckets are about equal with respect to their capacities, and that's quite acceptable. So once you do the filling for both of them, and you really can't tell the difference because remember this is an informal unit here. It's a unit and it's just one full jug. So because it's informal, it may not be 100% exact, and that's why it's sometimes a little bit more difficult to separate the size of these capacities because you're using informal units. They're not precise measurements, but they give us a good idea. Ordering capacity. Number the following objects from 1 to 6, where 1 represents the smallest capacity and 6 represents the largest capacity. Now remember, we're talking about the amount of liquid that the object can hold. Now you can see straight away that's the smallest. That's not going to hold a lot of liquid. That's just a normal glass, so I think you'd agree that that could be second. That's probably the third largest. Now given that that's a big garbage bin there, that's probably the fourth largest. Then we have this one. And it's obvious that this swimming pool here will hold the most amount of water. Answer true or false. If two containers have exactly the same volume, their capacity will be the same. So we're talking about the internal volume, that is the space inside each object. So if those two volumes are the same, their capacity will be the same, which means that they will hold the same amount of water. What do you think about that? Same volume, same capacity? You are correct. It is true. So this video has just looked at capacity, and we have seen how to order capacity just by looking at the given objects. And we've also seen how to use an informal unit to compare two capacities.